We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is about that time again. It's Monday evening on the West Coast, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and you are intelligently tuned to another episode of the New Entrepreneurs Weekly Summit. The radio boardroom is now in session. I am your host, Richard Karr, and moderator for tonight. Tonight, we've got an incredible show lined up for you. And tonight we're going to be broadcasting through our New Orleans Talk Live.com affiliate. So tell all your friends to go to www.neworleanstalklive. That's neworleanstalklive.com. Broadcasting through our New Orleans Talk Live.com affiliate. Well, the great debate, the greatest debate perhaps, the greatest debate in modern times is about to take place this week. I'm a little confused. Some say it's tonight, some say it's tomorrow night. It's like a schoolyard fight. It's all rumor. You don't know when it's going to go down, but we're going to find out tonight. And even if the great debate is on tonight, we'll be here from 5 to 8. Check that, 5 to 7. We're here from 5 to 7, but we want you to turn on the TV and just get your laptop right there in front of you so you can stay tuned to the world's only internet reality radio network. This is the Talk Live Broadcast Network. And of course, this is the New Entrepreneurs Weekly Summit, where each week we get together with the idea in mind to inform you, inspire you, get you off your assets and on the path to starting, building, flourishing, and God willing, retiring in your own business. We've got a great lineup of guests as usual. We've got a new guest tonight. We've got Miss Karneisha Christian, founder and CEO of Pucker Up Lemonade Company. She's going to be live in the studio here with us tonight. We've also got Miss Makresha Reneau, Makresha McFashion, joining us. The Secretary of Defense of the radio boardroom is in the radio boardroom tonight. And we've also got Miss Makresha McFashion, check that, Toshanta Hogan, who will be joining us as well. And I think she has a mystery guest. She's running a little late. Don't worry, stay tuned. She's all right. She's en route. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to get your favorite cup of coffee, tea, or even a libation, if that's what it's going to take to get you to settle down and tune in. All you've got to do is go to www.neworleanstalklive.com. And again, you'll be intelligently tuned to the world's only show that gets you on your feet and gets you started in your own entrepreneurial endeavor. We'll be right back. We're going to pay some bills. Be sure to stay tuned. These are some very, very important messages coming up that will help your life, benefit your life, and get you a job or help you start your business in the new year. It's like some important messages from some of our sponsors. So be sure to stay tuned. We'll be right back. The radio boardroom is now officially in session. Do not go anywhere.
Hey LA, are you getting out to vote on Tuesday, November 6th? I know I am. This is Lady J of Lady J's Wild World of Sports, and I'm joining my family right here, LA Talk Live, and encouraging the citizens of Los Angeles to get out and vote on Election Day. As you know, this is one of the most important elections in our American history, and we need everyone in LA to register and have a voice on November 6th. Currently, the state of California, the state we live in, has 6.5 million people eligible, but not registered to vote. And about half of those voters live in LA County. So I'm joining the family here at LA Talk Live and encouraging you to register and vote on Tuesday, November 6th. And if you haven't yet registered, don't worry. You have until midnight on October 22nd. And you can now even register online. So there is no excuse. That's right. If you have a signature filed online with DMV or a state ID number, you can now register to vote at registertovote.ca.gov. And don't forget to join us here on Tuesday, November 6th for LA Get Out and Vote, our live Election Day coverage from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., where we're going to keep you tuned in exclusively to LA election news and poll coverage. All day right here on my station, LA Talk Live, where we are more than just talk. Okay? Journey is an organization that embodies and captivates women from all walks of life. Our membership includes 44 women that are constantly growing in the areas of personal development and community involvement. Monthly, we offer free leadership classes at McKay's Restaurant. Journey aims to inform women in the areas of heart disease and HIV and AIDS. Experience the journey now by logging into www.journeymosaicinc.com. Toll free 888-906-5519. Journey with no excuses.
Hey, this is Richard Karr, General Manager for LA Talk Live and host of the New Entrepreneurs Weekly Summit. I wanted to take a moment out to welcome one of my newest sponsors, and that is Scentsational Soaps. Scentsational Soaps are handmade with all natural ingredients, with absolutely no preservatives, no harsh chemicals, and of course, no animal testing. Your body will look and feel silky, smooth, moisturized, and completely revived. Do you suffer from dry, ashy skin? Then layer your skin with their luxurious blend of oils and shea butters specially formulated to revive dry, dull skin. Scentsational Soaps also offers a full line of bath and body products, including luxurious bath salts and body scrubs, massage oils and lip balms, even romantic gift sets and custom gift baskets for your lover or significant other. For more information or to place an order, visit them at www.scentsationalsoaps.biz. That's www.scentsationalsoaps.biz. Scentsational Soaps. Pamper yourself and indulge your senses. Scentsationalsoaps.biz. Proud sponsors of LA Talk Live and the New Entrepreneurs Weekly Summit. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It is time for us to get down to the business of being in business, and we are ready to do so as usual. I am overwhelmed in the radio boardroom by a bevy of beautiful sisters. I say this so many times. The sisters are doing it for themselves here in the new millennium. Where are the brothers? Well, God willing, we might have Mr. Chamberlain Duru stop in. You know, he's one of our co-hosts as well. He said he might not make it because he wanted to watch the debate tonight. The great debate, the greatest debate in our recent history here in this wonderful land we call the United States of America. Our illustrious President Barack Obama is about to knock him out the box tonight. I told everybody during that last presidential debate, Barack Obama was doing something that Muhammad Ali made famous called the rope-a-dope. And a dummy like Mitt ain't that hard to rope. Word. If you disagree, I'll be opening up the phone lines a little later in the show. Not going to give out the number just yet because I've got some guests that I've got to introduce. Once again, a bevy of beautiful sisters here in the studio tonight. I've got a very great job, I got to say. We've got some new guests who join us this evening. But first, and without further ado, I've got to introduce my co-host, a tremendous addition to our cast and crew here at LA Talk Live and the Talk Live Broadcast Network. Remember, tonight through NewOrleansTalkLive.com, so go there to watch and listen. But she's been such a blessing in my life, speaking personally, for all of the work that she's put in to bring incredible, inspiring entrepreneurs into the radio boardroom, mostly sisters. We got to get DeAndre back, the brother who does that event out there in the Valley. Yeah. I haven't heard from him in quite some time to help me come hold it down for the brothers and represent that black men are doing it for themselves as well. However, but she's been such a blessing to me and to this network for bringing so many incredible people in here. And I want to acknowledge her right now. This is the Secretary of Defense of the Radio Boardroom, Miss Makresha. Reneau, Makresha McFashion, as you might know her. Journey sister, 10 torn layers of silk. Welcome back to the show, my sister.
Thank you.
So I see also, you won't see her on camera just yet. We've also got the arrival of the first lady of the radio boardroom. Another blessing to both this studio and to myself and to this show. Official sponsors, both Scentsational Soaps, of course, and also Journey Sister, 10 Tone Layers of Silk, all official sponsors of the New Entrepreneurs Weekly Summit, but also, again, acknowledging the First Lady of the Radio Boardroom, Miss Toshanta Hogan, is in the building. And now, but wait, there's more. We have two new guests who've joined us here in the Radio Boardroom. I'm going to start with the person who got here first, and that would be Miss Karneisha Christian, again, Pucker Up Lemonade Company, the founder and CEO. A little closer to that microphone, sister.
Thank you.
Yeah, get up in there real tight because we want to hear everything you've got to talk about. Beverage catering, concessions, bottled. Again, CEO and founder of Pucker Up Lemonade. Man, I saw you got my man Kwame, the rapper. You brought him back out of retirement.
He said he's the mini Wiz Khalifa.
Wiz, okay, my bad. Because when I'll get a chance to get in his ear a little later tonight and tell him where Wiz get his swag from, and that's the original Kwame, right?
Right.
Because that's Kwame's look. But it's looking fresh, my brother. I'm really liking that. And it's so funny. You know, I might be like 6 times his age, but back in the day, the homies in the hood. I mean, the thug. I'm not a thug. Don't get me wrong, but I was a cute thug, maybe. But that was many years ago. But we used to take a little bit of our mom's peroxide and just put like a little something right there on the corner. And I see that's coming back as well. So I'm digging the style, no doubt. And he is here with his mom, Miss Karneisha Christian.
It's Karneisha.
Karneisha, my bad. I need my glasses on. I'm in denial. Karneisha Christian. And I see he has, and this is the point I'm trying to get to, he has the secret chest of Pucker Up Lemonade, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so round of applause for that. What's his name? Let's give him a shout.
He's Kamarly Jarrett.
Kamarly. It'll be easier to remember your name now, Karneisha, because I see you naming right after you, pretty much. All right, let us move on. We also have, I want to say, the CEO and founder, title unmentioned on the card. I won't put you on blast about that, but it's okay. We'll come back to it later. CEO, founder of Artistic Endeavors, Event Planning and Catering, Miss Mykisha Thomas.
Excellent.
Yeah. And that round of applause is for me. All right. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you
First
very much.
and foremost, we're going to be adjusting our cameras momentarily so we can encompass this bed of roses that I have before me, both physically, spiritually, and mentally, because again, all of these sisters have gathered in the radio boardroom because they all own businesses, right?
Correct?
Yes.
There we go. Okay. Now I've got to defer right now to the Secretary of Defense of the radio boardroom. We had some conversation offline briefly about a very, very special event that she has coming up. It is, in fact, this month, this weekend, 2 days, 10 Torn Layers of Silk. It is a true life, thought-provoking play written in poetry format. It's taking place at the Hudson Theater, 6539 Santa Monica Boulevard in beautiful Hollywood, California. For all you Googlers out there, 90038 will be giving that information out over and over throughout the show. Again, it's Saturday, October 27th, 28th, starting at 7:30 each night, correct?
It's on Saturday it starts at 7:30, and on Sunday it starts at 3:00.
Excellent. Now, while I do a little camera switch, and forgive me, I want you to talk about what we talked about before the show, because a couple of weeks back, the radio boardroom became the radio clinic of inspiration and motivation and some other things that are beyond my wheelhouse. But we had a very young lady, Miss Ebling, Coach Ebling, who joined us to talk about keeping that passion burning. And I remember some cries of, I don't want to say weakness, because by no means can anybody imagine any weakness in you. You seem like the strongest woman I've ever met, the reincarnate of Harriet Tubman, in fact, in strength. But I know that you were going through some I don't know, challenges,
Yeah,
stuff like that?
major
About
disappointment.
some disappointment.
A lot
Better
of
way to put it.
disappointment, primarily with the members of Journey. I just felt like, there was a lot that was put into the play to go out and reach to them and get them to support what we were doing as a group, and the response wasn't there, meaning that they weren't responding to the administrative team that was going and talking to them, and just the commitment, just trying to get an understanding for myself how different people view commitment totally different, and your vision that you have in place is not always as meaningful to others as it is to you. So I was feeling a little discouraged.
Better way to put it. Couldn't find the words.
Just a little
Thank you.
discouraged, and there was the ladies that was here, and they gave me some words of encouragement, made me feel a lot better about what I was doing and what my purpose was as an individual, and I took a lot of what they said to heart, and reassessed, and thought about how I wanted to present to the women in Journey, how we were going to move forward, and I just made a conscious decision that I was not going to try and indirectly force my passion on someone who did not have that same passion, and that I was just going to let it go and just continue to operate in my gift, and walk in my calling, and things would just fall into place, and that's exactly what happened.
And I just want to interject before we move on to the really wonderful news. This is why I'm bringing this topic up. You said to function in your gift.
Yeah.
May I ask you why? I'm just plugging here. You see if you're paying attention to those little sayings I say at the end of the show. Why? Because God only made one like you.
He only made one
Only
like
one.
me. Only one.
That is both a blessing.
That's right.
Because you can be yourself and
That's
just
right.
you.
That's right.
But it's also sometimes a burden.
It is.
Because you want 5 of you sometimes,
Exactly.
right? 10 of you.
You want 5 of you, and you want somebody to be in the backside, on the other side of you, talking to you and counseling you through the process as well.
Wouldn't that be cool if you could?
Oh my God, if the counselor was like right here, yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, but that is an inner voice as well, and one's conscious, because I know you hear it, Makresha. You're so guided and gifted. I know you hear that inner voice saying those things to you, but it's always beneficial, and big ups to Coach Helena Elbling
Most definitely. Most definitely.
for pulling the words out of you and putting them out in the atmosphere so they become a part of reality as well.
Exactly.
When you get those thoughts out of your head, you give life to them outside of your spirit, and they become a part of our world. So big ups to her once again for
Most definitely.
having such a heartfelt conversation with you. And I don't say that that's the only reason you arrived at those conclusions, because again, you're a very strong, powerful sister in and of yourself, and you
But
are very.
sometimes it takes
it helps
someone
though, right?
else to it takes someone else to put things into perspective.
Yep.
Because we see things the way we want to see them. We know how we want our businesses to be ran. We know what our goals and our objectives are, and everybody doesn't have that same thought process in mind. You have a certain way that you like to do things, and my thought process, if I ask you to do A at 10, I want it done at 10:01. And some people's process is like, okay, I'm going to do A before the end of the day, but your thought, I want things done a certain way. And you're passionate about what you believe in. You're passionate about your gifts. You're passionate about your talents. And people are not always that passionate. No matter how you preach, no matter how you talk, no matter how you present or what you say, people are not always that, passionate about what you do.
And it makes good sense. I mean, it's just a natural thing. Again, God only made one person like you. He only gifted you with the gifts that you have. There are people who have similar gifts, maybe some the same, but it's really all about you. And we talked about vision and on that day, and I remember saying to you, hey, you know what, man, just keep doing you.
That's right.
Not to jock Russell Simmons' hustle, but that's just good wisdom.
That's right.
Do you, because there's always going to be those moments in time and naysayers and people who kind of hold you back or drag you down,
Yes, always. Yeah. And you just got to keep pushing forward, and no one likes to, some people, how your mother used to say, I'm not going to repeat myself. I'm going to say it one time, and I'm going to say it one time only.
I know you don't take no stuff from the kids at home, do you, girl?
And my thought process, has always been that. So I felt myself fall into a mode where I was having to repeat myself or trying to convince people that what I was trying to move people to action.
Right.
And you can't do that. One of the things that Coach Elena was saying is that, people are in their own timing. and people do things in their own time, and you cannot expect for people to operate at the same time zone that you're operating at. So I just kind of let that go. But the play is sold out.
I wanted to get to the good news. Praise God.
Yeah.
God is good.
The play is sold out on Saturday and Sunday. So yeah, if you don't have a ticket, then it's over. Party over.
You are out of luck. SOL, as they said back in my time.
Yeah, you're out of luck. But it's unfortunate because, after I posted last night that the tickets were sold out, literally I got about 35 emails.
Can I get one now? I want to come now.
Yeah. No, they didn't want one. They want 4. They want
Wow.
5. They want 6. I mean, it was just funny to me because we started writing and doing things with this last year in September. And here we are a year later after talking about it. And we've been talking about it on here for months now. And, getting the theater, and we had to change the venue and doing all the promo videos and all the stuff, that the hard work that is taken. And now we're at the week of the final hour. And some of the same people, unfortunately, that are within the body are some of the people that have
SOL?
that have missed out. And it's unfortunate.
It is.
It's unfortunate. But that, procrastination, that's a good example of procrastination. How people procrastinate to do something, or people procrastinate to make something happen. People procrastinate to start a business. And they never do it because they keep putting it off. So if I didn't learn anything else from this whole experience, I learned that if you want to do something, you better do it now, because tomorrow could be too late.
I have an old saying. I should save it to the end of the show. I'll come up with a new one by then, okay? But I always tell myself, because I read this a long time ago, and I lived from the time I read it in my early 20s up to 10 years later, I'm 32 now. Anyway, only put off till tomorrow
what you could do today.
Only put off till tomorrow that which you should not do at all.
Oh.
Only put off until tomorrow that which you should not do at all.
Wow.
In other words, all the things you should do, get them.
That's right. And do it.
There you go.
Like Nike said.
Just do it. I love that one too. We'll talk more about that. Coming back, I've got 2 wonderful ladies joining us here in the radio boardroom. Karneisha Christian, she's corrected me, CEO and founder of Pucker Up Lemonade Company, and Artistic Endeavors founder and CEO Mykisha Thomas. Got that right the first time? How about the second? I think I'm in business here. And you're in business. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more from the radio boardroom. Do not go away. We've also got Toshanta Hogan, who is going to be joining us. The First Lady will be on the mic. Coming back after the break. You do not want to miss it.
Get the best out of life, treat yourself to something new. Keep your head up high in yourself, believe in you,
We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
So I like what I see when I'm looking at me, when I'm walking past the mirror. Ain't worried about doing what you're gonna do, I'm a lady, so I must stay classy.
Hey, Los Angeles, are you getting out to vote on Tuesday, November 6, 2012? I know I am. Hey, this is Richard Karr, General Manager for LA Talk Live, encouraging all the citizens of Los Angeles to get out and vote on Election Day 2012. As you know, this is one of the most important elections in our American history, and we need everyone in LA to register, vote, and have a voice on November 6, 2012. If you haven't registered to vote, don't even worry about it. You've got until midnight, October 22nd. And now you can even register to vote right online. That's right. If you have a signature file online with the DMV for a state-issued ID number, you can now register to vote at registertovote.ca.gov. That is registertovote.ca.gov. And be sure to tune in on Tuesday, November 6, 2012 for LA Get Out and Vote, broadcasting live all day right here at LA Talk Live and the Talk Live Broadcast Network. We'll be broadcasting live Election Day coverage from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., keeping you tuned into Election Day news, all day right here on LA Talk Live, the world's only reality radio network where it's more than just talk. Now, LA, get out there and make some change.
Hey, this your girl, Paris, straight from the Cousins, and you can join us every Monday at 8 p.m. here live, bringing you some great entertainment for those ears, exclusively on latalklive.com. You can also catch us on iTunes Radio R&B or watch us on Ustream.tv. Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
Hi, I'm actor Keith David, and I'm joining the Social Action Commission along with the AME Church, AAMLC, and Delta Sigma Theta Sorority in encouraging young adults 18 to 29 and the formerly incarcerated from the states of California and Nebraska to register to vote. With the voter registration deadline of October 22nd quickly approaching, we wanted to encourage these two groups to take action and help make a difference in the 2012 voter turnout. Operation EMR is a nonpartisan joint effort of civic engagement created to educate, mobilize, and register every eligible voter, including young adults 18 to 29 and the formerly incarcerated citizens of the states of California and Nebraska. To learn more about Operation EMR, visit www.ame-sac.com. To register to vote online by midnight October 22nd, please visit www.ame-sac.com.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so welcome back. The New Entrepreneurs Weekly Summit, Mondays, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Tonight, broadcasting to you live through our New Orleans Talk Live.com affiliate. If you are just tuning in, before the break, we were talking to the amazing McFashion, Reneau. You know, I like to tease and call her the Secretary of Defense of the radio boardroom, because she don't take no stuff. Mama don't take no mess, for real. And we were talking about this incredible play that's coming up this weekend. If you're in town, if you live here, you've got nothing to do, you want to go and get some culture, you need to go and see 10 Torn Layers of Silk, a true life thought-provoking play written in poetry format. It's going to be held at the Hudson Theater both Saturday and Sunday, and the Hudson Theater is 6539 Santa Monica Boulevard in beautiful Hollywood, California. As it turns out, though, before the break, she explained to us that all the tickets are sold out. So you could go there and stand online and see if somebody doesn't show up and snatch that ticket up if you like. But if you missed out, I'm sure she'll be doing more. That's going to be an amazing play and an incredible event. Hope you got some tickets, and I hope to see you there. I'm your host tonight, moderator as always, Richard Karr, joined by the wonderful guest provided to us by way of Makresha. Check that. Let me get that right. Toshanta Hogan, who provided us these guests tonight. We have with us Karneisha Christian, CEO, founder of Pucker Up Lemonade, and also Miss Mykisha Thomas of Artistic Endeavors, our new guest for tonight. But I want to swing now again to another wonderful individual who's been so gracious and kind with us here in the radio boardroom, in the studios of LA Talk Live, and as a network as a whole, for bringing wonderful guests up through the studio. We've got the First Lady of the radio boardroom, Miss Toshanta Hogan, joining us now on the microphone. Before we get to you, ladies, because our next segment is all about you, and I know women love to hear that. It's all about you, right? I got to swing to my co-host and buddy and partner in crime, Miss Toshanta Hogan. What's going on with you tonight, my sister?
How are you? Thank you for having me. Nothing much, just busy working, busy. I had a fantastic, fabulous Monday. Today was like crazy.
What made it so wonderful? Share that with us.
I had a meeting today with Simply Wholesome.
Wow! Congrats.
So we're going to be doing a launch really soon. So I'm working with them. I had a huge order that came in this morning as well. So I was
you
grateful.
getting that money, girl. Go ahead.
I was grateful for that. And just maintaining and working the boutique. And actually, we're going to have a wrapping party coming up. We don't have a date set yet, but you'll be seeing, I'm sure, floating around Facebook. Wrapping party will consist of...
I spit on the mic a little bit myself. Different kind of wrapping party. My bad.
Basically, I have soap samples, and we're
gift
going to have people come in and be able to put those soap samples in pouches and give it to the She Cares Foundation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that.
And
tell us about the She Cares Foundation.
She Cares Foundation is basically a foundation that has single women that are, down on their luck, not doing too well. And they're single parents, and we want to be able to, we gave to them 2 years ago. So I reached out to them again. I was like, we're going to have a wrapping party. Is it okay if we be able to, give our samples to the women within your organization? They said, sure. So I thought it would be fun for people to come together. I'll say about 10 slots because our boutique is not that big. Come in, sip on some wine, put the little soap samples in the pouches and so forth. And, they have an opportunity to be able to participate in giving back as well.
Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. How many packages are you going to be providing to these very fortunate ladies?
We have a lot of soap. Because what happens is when I make the soap, the ends are not cosmetically cute, but it's still good to make soap.
I use them anyway.
Yeah, I use them too.
Couple
so what I do is just cut them up into little samples and pieces. And so I was like, you know what? Maybe I could just, give these out, during the holidays. And that's what I've been doing every year, putting those pouches together for them. Yeah, so we're going to involve everyone to participate in doing that as well.
Speaking of your soap, 2 questions. 1, Van needs some. 2 or 3 questions. I need to re-up, but the last is a comment, and that is, when I run low on your soap, I get down to them little slithers. Man, I'll ball them little jokers up into a nice little roll and get right to cleaning.
Yes. We just we made a new soap, cinnamon orange for the holidays, and another one that will be coming out is our cranberry fig soap, and we have new scents coming, mistletoe and butter cookie.
The cranberry fig thing is very intriguing. You might convert me from a lemon patchouli guy. Right, everybody. That's why I can't get none no more.
Everybody loves the lemon patchouli. Lemon patchouli is our best seller, yes. And so I've started making more batches instead of my typical 2. So that's our number 1 seller.
And see, had I known all this time you only were making 2, I'd have been putting my order in a lot earlier. Jeez, I thought you was making them by the tubfuls, because that is a very, very popular item in your SKU. But also, it's just such a great soap. It made, from the first time I used it, I'm like, it just makes you feel so clean. It rinses off so clean.
And you can still smell it.
Smell so good afterwards.
You really can. Yeah, so that's our number 1 seller. But we're looking forward to the holidays. I already know we're gonna be busy, but I'm ready for it.
Busy is a good thing.
Yes.
All my life, I've always wanted something that I could sell around Christmas time as a Pollyanna gift, because so much money gets spent in that particular arena of Christmas shopping. Maybe I need to stock up on some sensational soaps and start. But my thought was to sell something, like, even if it's outside some off. This is back east, of course. If I had something I could sell on the sidewalk, as people are coming out, all them sisters coming out of them big office towers, heading home or for lunch. I knew that I could get rich doing that, but I never did. I wound up doing this crazy thing I'm doing now called radio.
So
but I really like it.
We've done a lot of events at the boutique as well. Karneisha, she did our lemonade for us one day for us, And so when we do events, we just think outside the box. Like we're about to do something light bites and appetites, and where we're gonna be using she don't know yet, but we're gonna be using her.
Her being Mykisha Thomas.
Yeah, Mykisha. We're going to be using Mykisha. But we always do a lot of different things at the boutique, just to get people to know that we're there, we exist. Wtih came out last Saturday for a wine tasting event, which was a big hit.
That was
Saturday. It was wine and chocolate.
Wine and chocolate event. You talked about that on the show recently.
That was a huge hit. Lots of people came out and shopped and hung out and so forth. So that was very good. And we're looking into doing another one. Not another wine event, but another event called Eye Candy, where it's all about the makeup and how to apply your eye makeup and so forth, and then have a candy bar.
You have a makeup line?
No, we don't. But we
Might have
always,
somebody
yeah.
for you. Yeah,
Oh,
might have somebody for you.
Okay, great.
Yeah, and this individual would is great for the exposure of it as well.
Yeah.
She's got a makeup line called Moonstruck,
Okay.
and highly endorsed by Jennifer Tapiero, who is one of the hosts here on the Talk Live Broadcast Network. She does Just Chilling with Jen and Planet Love Match and Starcam, but she raves about this makeup. So maybe I'll link you guys up
Yeah.
and see if y'all can work something out. Now, I just wanted to take a minute out before we swing to our next guest, Karneisha Christian of Pucker Up Lemonade. How genius it is. I mean, I know it's got to be a lot of fun, and it's a great thing to do to engage the community, but how genius it is of you to have these kinds of events at your boutique. And for business owners out there whose business might be a little slow right now, and you're sitting around frustrated, this is here is some free advice on how to drum up business to your brick and mortar
Exactly.
establishment.
You just think outside the box. Do something that other people are not doing that will bring attention to your location. Because just by us doing that, we're meeting new people. Although, and a lot of times it's not about, oh, I hope they shop. I hope they do
Right.
this. It's about networking and finding out who's doing what and how can you guys work together to have a mutual relationship. So, and that's what we've been doing. Doing a lot of events and meeting lots of different people. And then they feel so comfortable being there. I mean, our boutique is, I always say our boutique is so small, but they feel
Only for
comfortable
now.
there. And, we engage, we talk. It really is like a network place where people just come. I've had people come to me and just, Toshanta, I'm just passing by to say hello and talk and this and the other. Okay, great, But it is an ingenious way. And I think what happens is when you are in need and you have goals set that you need to meet and do, you're going to think outside the box and do any and everything. And some things may work, some things may not. And if it don't work, oh well, keep moving to the next thing.
No struggle, no glory.
Exactly.
The next event coming up, one more time.
Oh, the next event coming up. Oh, I don't have a date yet,
Okay.
but it is going to be the wrapping party, so stay tuned.
Okay, very good, very good. Excellent stuff. And again, ingenious in the way that you engage the community. And I'll wrap it out. I just wanted to add to that. I think another good buzzword for that is community outreach.
Yes.
Because you're reaching into the community and engaging them in your establishment, which a lot of businesses, I guess, in a better economy, didn't think they had to do that anymore.
And most of the events are free.
Yeah,
we're not
exactly,
looking. We're not looking for
It's
you
not
to
a cover
pay.
charge, right,
Exactly.
yeah.
Just come out, have fun.
No velvet ropes, no cover charge.
None of that. And I think the community needs that.
Was the wine free?
Yeah, the wine was free.
Yes.
The
chocolate was free.
The wine was free. The chocolate was free. Tawani came with the whole 9. She had about 3 to 4 different wines that you were able to taste. And
Wow.
she had her espresso beans and the cheese and the chocolates, which ones to pair with each other. So it was really nice. These events are free. A majority of them are free. So come out and let's have fun.
And again, community outreach and community engagement. That's
Yes.
very, very important right now if you own a business. Congratulations for the
Thank
success on that. All right, without further ado, because she's been so patient, we're going to swing the mic now to Karneisha Christian, again, founder and CEO of Pucker Up Lemonade Company. That's Pucker Up Lemonade Company. .com.
We're on Facebook.
Okay, you're on Facebook. I'm gonna get on you about the .com thing, but I'm not gonna throw you into the bus yet. Beverage catering. I love the way that sounds because obviously you are manufacturing or concocting your own lemonade. We're going to be tasting some of that tonight. I know it's delicious. But beverage catering, that sounds really intriguing. Concessions, of course, and you also do bottling.
Yes.
So I want you to explain more about Pucker Up Lemonade, and again, I want to welcome you to the show as well.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. Thanks to Shanta for
No
inviting
problem.
me.
Having fun so far?
Yes, I am.
Wish
I've
we had
always
some of that
wanted
wine
to be
and
on
chocolate
radio.
was left over though. Oh, did you now?
I've always wanted to be on radio.
Well, have fun. I'm out. You can take it from there. Why don't you just take it from here? I can go.
Pucker Up Lemonade Company just celebrated our first year in business.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We are a boutique beverage catering company, and we specialize in our own freshly made lemonades and iced teas.
Name them lemonades.
Oh gosh.
Not just lemonade.
Okay, so we have our classic, which is your regular lemonade,
Mm-hmm.
strawberry, watermelon, blue raspberry, mango, raspberry, red raspberry, passion fruit, and the list goes on and on.
Great question, First Lady, Madam First Lady, I should say, because this ties back into my intrigue about beverage catering, because that implies, and correct me if I'm wrong, some beverage customization.
Absolutely.
There we
Signature
go.
drinks.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's talk about signature drinks.
Signature drinks are, hey, if you like yuzu, we're going to make you a yuzu lemonade. If you're having a wedding reception and you would like a specialty drink for the bride and groom, something that's your favorite, if you like a mango passion or something tropical, we're going to do it for you. So that's what the signature drinks are about. We do virgin, just regular lemonades and beverages, and we also do martinis, mojitos, mimosas, and margaritas.
And again, not to overcomplicate the concept of beverage catering, because obviously you have your own line of drinks that you bring in as well.
Yes.
And if someone wants something different, and especially something non-alcoholic,
Yes.
because a nice young lady like Toshanta, I know she don't drink,
Yes.
but the wine wasn't for her. But you do have events where they may, even if they haven't some alcohol around, but they may want to, have something different for people who don't want to drink. And here you are providing that service and catering to that particular event with your unique
Absolutely.
line of lemonade.
We were founded on our basic lemonades that are spectacular tasting.
Mm-hmm.
And our iced teas.
Okay.
Our lemonades are made from locally sourced lemons
Excellent.
that we pick ourselves.
You mean like right on the front yard?
Backyard.
Okay, there you go. I'm from the East Coast. I'd never seen a lemon tree when I first moved out here, and I just wanted to take a lemon from everyone that I saw because I had never even gotten any free lemons. I'm like, is those lemons free? They're just hanging on the tree like that? I can just go plug one? Anyway, so locally grown lemons,
Yes.
not necessarily the backyard,
Backyard, front yard.
whichever one.
I have a lemon tree.
Yeah. Uh-oh, you shouldn't have told her that. You won't have one tomorrow. It'll be plucked clean. How did you get into lemonade? Now, I know you get asked that a lot, and it's almost a trite question, but the fact of the matter is, and I've said this many times, Toshanta, on this show, about even if you make good lemonade, you got laid off, you got downsized, unemployed, you're misemployed, underemployed, what you going to do about it? Even if you make good lemonade, I remember back when I was a kid, before we had so much privilege in this country as African Americans, black folks, there would be this sister down the block who would put together some platters. And that was, I don't know if y'all did it out here as much, but that was the thing in the neighborhood, boy. Miss Gladys got some platters this weekend. And everybody would get geared up. And all it would be is just like a regular platter, like you went to a party, aluminum foil on it, a lot of food for $5. And that was just, the local neighborhood hustle. So I often joke about the fact, or make light of it, but it's real talk, that you can start a business based on your passion, your interest, but also with just about anything. And not that this is, because you've grown in just one short year, something that some people might say, oh, I make good lemonade and iced tea. But turn it into a business.
Yeah, let me verify too, to let people know it's not just lemonade. She comes with the lemonade and she has the canisters and so forth. She'll customize it to your theme. So she's just not telling all the story.
Okay, well we're gonna drill down into that. We've got plenty of time. We're gonna drill down into that more. But I ask you, why lemonade?
So the basic premise, when life gives you lemons, make some
lemonade.
lemonade. And it's, Pucker Up is built on resourcefulness.
Mm-hmm.
It's built on giving. Anytime we have the opportunity to give to the community, we give. And at the end of the day, it's just lemonade. But we're giving from the heart. And it has opened up so many doors and avenues for our business. Priceless. So I would just admonish new business owners, just give. Just give. Get your product in people's hands. That's priceless. To have your product in somebody's hands, it's all the advertising in the world. That advertising is going to just
Snowball.
absolutely snowball. So, speaking of lemonade, my son Kamarli, my daughter Charlie, they attended Optimal Christian School. Optimal is a Christian school celebrating 33 years. And so last year, September, they were having their, I believe it was their 32nd annual school carnival anniversary of their school and child development center. And so they asked parents to have a vendor booth. And I'm like, okay. So I tell my partner, let's sell some lemonade. He says, I don't want to sell any lemonade. And we sold lemonade. I think the first day we went out, it was a weekend, we sold our classic lemonade, strawberry and watermelon, and it was a hit. We sold out. And I'm like, okay, let's come back on Sunday.
Here, huh?
And we came back on Sunday, and same thing again. And I'm like, okay, we got something, but I wasn't sure. And, you know, this lemonade recipe is based on my dad's recipe. He's from Louisiana.
Okay.
He put the little...
Big ups to New Orleans.
Yeah, big ups to New Orleans, Shreveport, Rodessa, Monroe. Yeah.
See, I'm psychic on Tuesday nights, or Monday nights, rather. I'm not even sure when I'm psychic. But I happen to just pull out of my head, let's use the New Orleans Talk Live affiliate tonight. And
Look
how
at that.
Interesting is that? Spiritual connection.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And so it's our recipe is based on his recipe. I grew up watching my dad make picture and picture and picture of lemonade. And it was good. And he put that certain twang in it. And it's the basis of our lemonade recipe. And it's brought us to where we are now. And so I'm loving the fact and the state of this economy right now. It has made people
That is a very powerful comment there, young lady.
Absolutely. It's made people get paid with their passions. Who would have known? When my 5th grade teacher told me, oh, you're going to have like 7 jobs in your lifetime and you're going to do this. And I'm like, no, I want to be a teacher. Oh, no, I want to be an anthropologist. No, I want to be a nurse. Lemonade was nowhere in there. And I also was raised by wonderful parents. My dad, rest in peace, my mom, both entrepreneurs.
Okay.
Both always used their natural God-given talents to assist in supporting the family along with working full time. And so the entrepreneurship and the spirit of entrepreneurship, and also the need to be, as a nurse, not having my creativity quotient filled in my profession. And so this lemonade thing came around, and hence Pucker Up Lemonade. 1 year, I mean, like, this is the little company that could, literally. And, you know, lemonade stands is like the quintessential American basis for entrepreneurship. When life gives you lemons, make some lemonade. And here we are. And so we do the beverage catering. And when we say beverage catering, we come out to your event, family event, church event, community event. And when we do beverage catering, we bring in 2 flavors of our lemonade, your choice of iced tea and spa water, which is water garnished with fresh fruit or mint leaves or cucumbers. And we bring it in the ice and the table and table linen. And if you want specialty decor, we do that too. And so we give people an option to buying cases of soda, cases of water, and anybody that hosts anything at their home or any type of event, you know, at the end of the event, you have half drunken bottles of water everywhere.
Happens to us here every day at the studio.
Every day. What can you do with it? Water the plants, right? So what we do is
almost killed mine trying to get rid of all that water.
So that's our beverage catering component.
Now check that out, Toshanta. You were like, she's just not telling you everything. Now we can't get her to shut up.
And she said she was nervous, okay?
Well, relax a little bit. The bottled part. Let's talk about that.
So bottled, currently we do gallons. And we also have a 16 ounce. Our gallons sell for $7 with a bottle exchange.
Mm-hmm.
With the gallon bottle exchange. And, we're trying to incorporate green initiatives into the fabric of our company.
Brilliant.
Because that's what we need to do. I mean, any company, no matter what you're manufacturing, what you're selling, it's about incorporating those green initiatives into the foundation of your company. And that's tied into your mission, into your bottom line. For us, it's definitely tied into our bottom line because that's $1 that we don't have to spend as a new business on a bottle. We can recycle a bottle and then we can give our customers a better price.
Brilliant idea. And then the concessions part.
So concessions for community events.
What did you do yesterday?
Yesterday we were at...
She is holding out a little bit. I've seen that.
No, yesterday a friend just called me and she's like, we're at a car and bike show near your house. And I'm like, okay, I'm there. And so we set up, we have a lemonade stand or bar, and we set up our tent, and we sell $2 and $3 cups of lemonade. And we usually go out with 4 to 5 flavors. Sometimes we come out with 6 flavors. I mean, people are overwhelmed because they're like, oh my God, which one do we try? And we love being out in the community. And what I love personally and my partner, we talk about our company because we're so passionate about this and we give so much lemonade away. And I love it. And we run into people and they're like, oh, I see you guys, or I heard about you guys.
She came across the street from a boutique and Thick Chicks. I don't know if you guys listen, but that's a little plug. Right across the street, and she was like, "Hi, I'm coming over here." Well, it was her partner who came over and was like, she has lemonade and this and other. I was like, well, you know what? It's this company called. Wait a minute, let me look it up. And it was them, Pucker Up Lemonade.
Wow.
And that's how we met.
Small world to a giant, I like to say.
We've been making our way around. I come across people all the time and they're like, oh, I heard about you guys, or I had your beverage. And it's just about us really just pushing the product.
Where were you at Saturday?
We'll talk about Sunday Saturday. At the bike and car thing. And by bike, you mean motorcycles?
Yes, it was the classic cars.
I bet
it
that
was actually a memorial for a guy that passed, and his son and wife wanted to continue the tradition of their car club and bike club. So we were there just on the spot. Great opportunity.
And that was, and you want to talk later about Sunday. Is that what it is?
Saturday.
Well,
yes.
that was Saturday, right?
This was yesterday.
Okay, and you want to talk later about Saturday?
Yes.
Okay, I think I got it right now. All right. Now, Pucker Up Lemonade Company. When's your website going up?
It's under construction.
Excellent.
Can I tell you that this company took off
fast?
I mean, like literally just like, oh my God. And as a new business owner, like not allowing fears to stagnate and accepting all opportunities as stepping stones. And so the company just really took off, and we were like the summer, for instance, August, we didn't have any bookings in August, in late July. And then August just blew
Kaboom.
up.
Yeah.
It was just like,
Man, although I wouldn't necessarily want to implement it here because, again, I don't want to jock anybody else's hustle. But I need to put together a delegation because I think I've got 3 in the room right now. We're going to be talking to Mykisha Thomas after the break at the top of the hour from Artistic Endeavors. But I could take a busload of people, thanks to Toshanta and Makresha, on out to New York and get them on the, what's the name of that show? I love it. Shark
Tank.
Man, I love that show.
I have that TiVo'd.
I got it TiVo'd
Friday.
too.
So many people tell us you need to take your product to Shark Tank. And we're like, for real? And they're like, you need to take your product, your concept to Shark Tank.
It's virtually without flaw because of the diversity and versatility you have in your product line. I'm sorry.
I have a friend who just submitted to Shark Tank and did the taping, and she got in.
Word?
I can't wait.
She got an investor?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, no. She didn't get an investor. She got in to present.
Now, I said New York. Are they filming that out here?
They do it out here too. They have openings. Yeah, casting calls.
All right.
Openings,
So putting the bus together. We're driving on over to the Shark Tank. Are we just gonna bum rush the joint? That's what we're gonna do. You said a few things earlier on in the show about giving it away, and I remember. This company kind of did the same thing.
That's funny. She said that.
And I remember recently meeting with some people who wanted to do a show, and sometimes we'll sponsor a show as a network. We'll say, okay, you know, we'll do certain things to get that show off the ground. And I remember waking up one morning, and all I kept hearing playing in my head was Red Hot Chili Peppers. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away. And it became my mantra all day. And then recently it occurred to me, you know, because I'm all about little sayings and little axioms to kind of, you know, just some little snacks of wisdom. You know what I mean? Like, you know, back in my father's time, a man would get out on the road and walk for miles with a biscuit in his pocket. And this is literally true. And they would just break off that biscuit to keep themselves fed till they got to the next way station where they could eat again. And my father was a traveling man. He actually he's from Monroe, Louisiana, all the way to Baltimore, and trained and walked. And as a child or as a young man, he did that, you know. And this was, you know, my father was born in like 1911. So it was a very dangerous time. But, you know, God was with him, protected him. So I'm here. Big ups to Lee Davis. Give him a round of applause while I'm saying. No need. But and he's waiting for me on the other side right now. My point being that I like little sayings. And so one of the ones that I came up with was, and I said this, I think, last week, that success, the building block to me in business, the building block, one of the fundamental building blocks of success is charity, which you give back to the community.
Absolutely.
In earlier times in this country, when you filed as a corporation, your articles of incorporation had to include several paragraphs, lines, and or comments that spoke on how you were going to give back and be a benefit to the community you were establishing your business in. You know, of course, during the Gordon Gekko era, Wall Street era, meaning, you know, the movie Wall Street, when greed became good, people went into business just for themselves for a quick buck. You also said how this economy is like there's a silver lining to it, right?
Yes.
Because the fact of the matter is, although we started in 2009 in a little downstairs bedroom, not a basement. I keep trying to correct people. Y'all ain't got no basements out here.
I do.
I know you said that. Anyway, in a little downstairs bedroom, and with a couple of shows, and, you know, for about a year, we got overwhelmed with all the guests and people who wanted to do shows. I'm like, well, let's find an office. And we found this little office, really quite happenstance how we found this office. And we moved in here with about 5 shows. Now we're up to about 40 some shows. And we're coming up on our 2nd year in business in this office, 3 years as a station. Blowing up fast and growing fast and doing it measured, but appreciating the journey is another fundamental building blocks of success. Liking what you do, you know, I get a little nervous about that. Passion, I get a little nervous about just operating purely off passion, because sometimes your passion can pull you down. Liking what you do or loving what you do, you know, dope dealers love to sell dope, you know, just for the money. So that's not enough in and of itself. And sometimes even vision can steer you wrong, because along the path of entrepreneurship, you're going to hit a couple of places along that road where it's dark and lonely. But growing your business measuredly and then letting the community take you to that next level by your passion to give back to them. Again, it's all a part of the fundamental building blocks. You know, you give, the window you give through. Another one of my favorite sayings is the window you receive through. So through your giving, the community now is you know, just, it's a wind beneath your wings, as they say, rising your company up to the top. And again, we talked about the whole Shark Tank thing. You've got a brilliant concept with this, and it's just so amazing to me that someone, you know, again, making light of it on the air, anything you do 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, blah, 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 if it's just making lemonade, blah, 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 you know, my whole model thing, to see someone who actually did it is just absolutely fascinating to me. From lemonade. Later on in the show, I'm going to ask you about that moment when you were served lemons and inevitably turned them into lemonades. I want to know about that moment. That was the catalyst to get you off your assets to get this thing started. This is fascinating to me.
Thank you.
I think I need my own Shark Tank. I just got to get some money first to give y'all. I think it's time to take a break. Let me go out here and hustle on the sidewalk for a minute. I'll be back in a few. But don't go away. Ladies and gentlemen, you are intelligently tuned to the New Entrepreneurs Weekly Summit. Man, an amazing show, amazing guest. I know you make some good iced tea too. I could just see it in your eyes. But after the break, we're going to be coming back with Mykisha Thomas, Artistic Endeavors, Event Planning and Catering. I see why you're here together. We'll be right back right after this. Don't go away.
Wake up and go for what you know. All together now.
We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
You can make it if you try. You can make it if you try.
Hey, this is Richard Karr, General Manager for LA Talk Live and host of the New Entrepreneurs Weekly Summit. I wanted to take a moment out to welcome one of my newest sponsors, and that is Scentsational Soaps. Scentsational Soaps are handmade with all natural ingredients, with absolutely no preservatives, no harsh chemicals, and of course, no animal testing. Your body will look and feel silky, smooth, moisturized, and completely revived. Do you suffer from dry, ashy skin? Then layer your skin with their luxurious blend of oils and shea butters specially formulated to revive dry, dull skin. Scentsational Soaps also offers a full line of bath and body products, including luxurious bath salts and body scrubs, massage oils and lip balms, even romantic gift sets and custom gift baskets for your lover or significant other. For more information or to place an order, visit them at www.scentsationalsoaps.biz. That's www.scentsationalsoaps.biz. Scentsational Soaps. Pamper yourself and indulge your senses. Scentsationalsoaps.biz. Proud sponsors of LA Talk Live and the New Entrepreneurs Weekly Summit.
Hi, LA. Are you getting out to vote on Tuesday, November 6th? I know I am. Hi, this is Julie Orlov of Pathways to Love, and I'm joining LA Talk Live in encouraging the citizens of Los Angeles to get out and vote on Election Day. As you know, this is one of the most important elections in our American history, and we need everyone in LA to register and have a voice on November 6th. Currently, the state of California has 6.5 million people eligible but not yet registered to vote. And about half of those voters live in LA County. So I'm joining the family here at LA Talk Live in encouraging you to register and vote on Tuesday, November 6th. And if you haven't yet registered, don't worry, you have until midnight, October 22nd, and you can now even register online. That's right, if you have a signature file online with the DMV or a state ID number, you can now register to vote at registertovote.ca.gov. And don't forget to join us here on Tuesday, November 6th for LA Get Out and Vote, our live Election Day coverage from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., where we are going to keep you tuned in exclusively to LA election news and poll coverage. All day, right here on LA Talk Live, where we are more than just talk.
Walk, run, climb, play. Solgar number 7 can help. Feel the difference for yourself. Solgar number 7 actually shows improvement in joint comfort within 7 days. Now you can start to get back on track fast and pursue the activities you love. Solgar number 7 is a breakthrough in joint care with no glucosamine and no chondroitin. The advanced bioactives in Solgar number 7 help to increase flexibility, mobility, range of motion, and actually shows improvement within just 7 days. One capsule, once a day, is all you need. When stiff joints occasionally say no, Solgar number 7 says yes. Visit Solgar.com and learn more about Solgar number 7 today. That's www.solgar.com, www.solgar.com. Solgar number 7, official sponsors of Here's to Your Health with Josh Lane and LA Talk Live.
Keep on pushing. Keep on pushing. I've got to keep on pushing. I
Can't stop now. Sound like a good old gospel song there, right? The Mighty Mighty Impressions with Mr. Curtis Mayfield, one of my favorite songs. If this don't get you up off your assets and start your own thing, I don't know what it's going to take. But welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to the New Entrepreneurs Weekly Summit. The radio boardroom is in full session, and I am surrounded by a beautiful bevy of a very, very lovely, powerful women who are doing it in the new millennium. Joined this week by our special guest, Karneisha Christian, CEO and founder of Pucker Up Lemonade, the First Lady of the Radio Boardroom, Madam First Lady, I should say, Toshanta Hogan of Scentsational Soaps. That's Scentsationalsoaps.com, the only soap to touch my body. I'm going to leave the sexy off tonight. And also the fascinating and wonderful Miss McFashion, Makresha Reneau, as some of you might know her. Journey Sistahs, 10 Torn Layers of Silk. I'm going to have you come back on and talk about that for this weekend. Makresha, it's all sold out, so I don't even know why I need to even put the word out, but I was just hoping that some folks might not show up and somebody could come on down there and hang out in line in front of the Hudson Theater and, maybe scalp a ticket or two. And as you can see, I got mine.
That's right.
People get ready. There's a train coming. I got my ticket. I'm going to get on board. So I'll be there. And that's the last one,
Yeah.
All the others have been given out and picked up by listeners from the Talk Live Broadcast Network. So
Are you coming on Saturday or Sunday?
I'm not sure just yet. Probably Saturday because, on Sunday it's football. So I got to catch me some sports on Sunday. But no, I'm definitely probably most likely going to be there on Saturday. Because I am coming. I've got to come see this. We talked about that play some weeks ago and how powerful some of the scenes from that play are. And you just hinted about some of the things people are going to see and experience in this play. So if you don't have your tickets, you're SOL. I do have one ticket. And where they normally go for $35, I have one ticket left for $3,500. $35, which I will donate to 10 Torn Layers. So $3,500 for the last ticket. Please give us a call. I'll open up the phone lines shortly. All right. So before the break, Karneisha was breaking it down to us and telling us all about how she started in business. We're going to come back in the roundtable wrap out of the show to talk about that moment in time when life served up a big old basket of lemons to her. Maybe that didn't happen, but she kept saying it, so I want to ask about it a little later on in the show. But we're also joined by a very patient and very lovely young lady from an event planning and catering company. Let's give a round of applause to Miss Mykisha Thomas of Artistic Endeavors.
Good evening.
I'm going to get all of y'all about no web addresses. I'm going to tell you. Okay, so anyway, I'll throw you under the bus after we get a little lemonade poured. All right, so Artistic Endeavors, events planning and catering. You're based right here out of Los Angeles. I could tell by the 310 area code. Mykisha, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Don't be nervous now. No, I'm only joking. No need to be nervous. We're just having some fun as we are in an open forum tonight. Now, Mykisha, tell us a little bit about Artistic Endeavors.
Okay. Let me start really quickly by saying that the website is
up. I stand corrected. No. All right.
It was like
another round of applause for you.
Actually, just recently launched. It's www.artisticendeavorsla.com. Artisticendeavorsla.com,
just like it sounds. No special spelling on it. Artisticendeavorsla.com. Another round of applause for you for getting that website up finally.
Thank you.
So we have a lot of returning guests. We call them returning champions. Love to have you back. And when you do come back, I'm going to want to see Mykisha at artisticendeavorsla.com as your email address. Okay?
Okay.
I'm real stickler about that part. Anyway, tell us about what you do, Artistic Endeavors.
Okay. Artistic Endeavors is a boutique events planning and catering company.
Everybody got a boutique now.
Yeah.
I guess we are a boutique radio network, right?
Right. We're it's actually just me.
Wow.
I used to have a partner when we started, and she's a really good friend of mine, but her father was sick and she started school and she just wasn't able to contribute the way that she used to. So I was a little nervous initially, but I did just take it on by myself, and glory to God, I've been doing well, and I've been blessed with
Congratulations.
some great opportunities.
He always guides us and steers us in the right direction. Or she always guides us, however you might perceive that. But the fact of the matter is, and I've been saying this a lot more lately, because you live and grow, as I continue to, that message, that path, that voice is always there. It's our logic that sometimes makes us doubt, and it's interesting to hear you started with a partner, because lots of businesses start that way. But all my life, I've kind of always started it myself, and then pulled in partners, once I got it going. So you're doing this like a reverse mortgage, they say. But that's okay. And I guess part of that path is now you've discovered for yourself that you can do it.
Right.
You can make it on your own.
Very much so.
Right. Excellent.
So initially we started out doing a lot of just straight events. We would do art shows and live music shows, and every show or event that we did incorporated a different facet of art. We'd always marry something together, be it poetry and music, or art and photography. We'd always try to marry two different artistic mediums together. And then at the beginning of this year specifically, I don't know what it was, but something just clicked in me, and something just said, start focusing on the catering, start focusing on the food, because that's really
it was the voice of God.
It is really for me something that I'm truly passionate about, and truly it truly just gets all of my burners going.
All right, so okay, on the stove, I hope so too, because I'm about to ask you, can you cook?
Oh, for
You're
sure.
all passionate about catering. Can you cook is what it's all about.
Yes, indeed. I always credit my grandmother as being my first culinary instructor. She is such an inspiration to me. She was such a charitable person, just in general. One thing that she prided herself on is, all of us grew up together, me, my sisters and brothers, my cousins, uncles, and she always would say, no one can leave this house without knowing how to cook. And so everybody in my family can cook, who grew up under her regime.
Don't say that loud to Richard.
I'm hungry right now.
And so that was just something that I just kind of grew up kind of doing, cooking. And as I got older and into adulthood, I was always just hosting random parties, just really giving myself an excuse to cook for people. And at the beginning of this year, I was like, you know what, Mykisha, like, this is what you set out to do, so start doing it. And people weren't coming to me initially. Like, I would literally see an event on Facebook and email the person and say, do you guys want food? And if they said yes, I would go and I would serve food at people's events. And it was really,
that's this one here.
It was really, how I got started. And
here's an event for you, November 6th, 2012, right here in the studio. Bring it, lemonade and all. Word.
Okay, we can have a party in here. I'm serious.
I make light of it, but I would like to invite you to that. We're going to be doing an all-day coverage of the election day thing. So, but anyway, let's get back to you. We'll talk about that after the break.
Okay. And so now, like I said earlier, the website is launched, and so now
and industrious of you to reach out to people and say, hey, you need somebody to come cook.
Yeah,
that's
Exactly.
People
I
are
think,
thinking outside the box these days, boy.
back to my grandmother, one thing that she said to me that I will never ever forget, and it sort of lives in me, the worst thing somebody can tell you is no.
That's right.
And so never be afraid to approach someone with an idea or approach someone with an ask of any kind. At all. The worst they can do is say no.
No, right.
It's not gonna hurt you in any way to just ask. And so, I kind of live by that rule. And sometimes, it can get me in trouble, but for the most part, it has been a good mantra.
And my mantra was, I kind of flipped that, because you're absolutely right. I kind of flipped it and said to myself, I'm going to let them tell me no, but I'm not going to tell myself no.
Right.
So I'm going to go ask.
Right.
Because some of us get hung up, in the preliminary no, like they probably won't say no. And trust me, men understand this. In the club, she probably going to say no. I should ask her to dance. She probably going to say no. So, it's easy for us to get kind of past that. But I used to tell myself that I'm not going to tell myself no. I'm going to make them tell me no.
That's right.
Exactly.
I want them to tell me no, because that's going to motivate me to go ask.
Yeah.
I want them to tell me yes in reality.
For sure.
But I'm feeling you on that. That's
Yeah.
the worst that could happen. Good way to get the initiative going on that. And again, very, very industrious of you to take the initiative to start reaching out on your own. See, these are the kind of out the box, as Madam First Lady often says, outside of the box thinking. And based on the economy, us realizing where we are, I think many people like us, that is entrepreneurs, new entrepreneurs, not new in terms of just got started, but new in this new era, this new economy, this new millennium, thinking outside the box is part of it, but also taking more initiative, coming up with clever ways to guerrilla market yourself.
Oh, yes.
And get the word out. Now let's pour some of that free lemonade in a minute. No, I'm sorry. Let's get back to Mykisha. So, started with a partner. Branched off on your own now.
Very much
no
so.
disrespect to the partner. Maybe they'll come back to you when they get it back together.
Maybe so. She's one of my really good friends.
Yeah.
Love her dearly. If I ever need some help at an event,
She's still
she'd be
there for you.
Yeah,
Exactly.
for sure.
Your grandmama taught you how to cook.
Yes, she did.
You think you know what you're doing. I wish you had brought some food. I'm just joking, of course.
No, you're not.
Checked me right away. Didn't take her no time. You're right. I'm not. But you've been in business how long now?
Artistic Endeavors is 2 years old. We started in
Wow.
August of 2010.
Congrats.
Yeah.
2 years.
Wow.
So something must be going right.
Yeah.
Right. Now, event planning and catering. Okay, you could cook. You got culinary skills there. The event planning part. How did that kick in?
That is also an extension of my grandmother. I think I'm her reincarnate, because she was such a giving person, and she was such a, for lack of a better word, she was such a fancy person. Like, I love that about her. She she had fine china and she had silver, and whenever there was an opportunity to, have those things out and really just go all out, she always took those opportunities. And I'm kind of the same way. Like, I tell people, if more than 3 people come to my house, I will cook. Like, we will have a full-on dinner.
Look at Richard.
I thought you lived here. Me, Ness, Van, no problem. Can make it happen. Hungry right now. And eat all day.
So, as I got older, like I said, I started hosting, like, really just random kind of parties at my house. I would have, like, one year we did an 80s prom party, and we had, like, the whole setup. We had a king and king crowned, and it was ridiculous. And so, like Karneisha was saying, you just when you kind of let your passions guide you a little bit, there's those steer you in sometimes directions that you didn't know you wanted to go. And that's kind of how we got started, or how I got started at this point. So our first event was an art show called Wtih, and it was 5 art forms. It was music, photography, poetry, dance, and something else that I'm forgetting. But we incorporated all of those different art forms into one event.
Nice.
And it was a beautiful event, and that was kind of where we decided, like, you know what, let's do this for real. And from there, we just started picking out our network of people, people that we know who sing and who rap and, you know, who do anything creative or do anything artistic. And we started putting together events kind of based on the people that we knew. And, you know, this year, like I said, I took a departure and decided to focus solely on the catering. And I have to kind of do a little kind of backwards chronology of thank yous. I want to say first thank you to Toshanta for having me here tonight.
Absolutely.
And I met
Madam First Lady, congratulations and a round of applause for you.
I met Toshanta through Priscilla Deason from Meadow Kettle PR. And I met Priscilla from Vanessa Beard from Opulent Studios. And Vanessa was the first person that I reached out to earlier in the year.
So it's a domino effect.
About catering an event for her. And I've catered other events for her. I've worked with Priscilla on different events. And just from those different events, you know, just getting other jobs through those events, like really networking and really tapping into those resources. Now, as opposed to, you know, kind of bugging people online to do events, I'll still do that. I actually do have people who find me online and say, I was at an event where you catered and I'm having whatever, you know, can you do something for me? And that in itself is just such a blessing.
Congratulations. Hey, hold that thought. We have a caller on the line. Thank you for calling Artistic Endeavors. Would you like to place an order? No, we do have a caller. Caller, go right ahead. Welcome to the radio boardroom, and thanks for your call. Caller, are you there?
Oh, is it me?
Yeah, we're on the air. Can you hear us?
Oh, I didn't know I was brought into the queue. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I was just joking. But you can place an order with Artistic Endeavors. All we need is 2 other people, and we got dinner. On Mykisha. Go ahead. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Oh, my name is Author Kennedy DeVoe, and I'm calling from Los Angeles, California.
Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
What is your comment or question?
I don't have a comment or a question. I don't even know how I got brought into the queue, but
you called our studio line. That's not the only way to listen, unless you have no computer, iPad, or smartphone. But if you got a computer, all you got to do is go to www.neworleanstalklive.com. That's where we're broadcasting through tonight. It's right on the web, neworleanstalklive.com, or you can go to latalklive.com here locally, where we're headquartered, and you can watch and listen. But the phone is not the only way to do it.
All
right, so be sure to stay tuned. And go right to your computer or smartphone.
I think I know Author Kennedy DeVoe.
Uh-oh. Are you there?
You do.
Uh-oh, she pulled you out from the darkness into the light. Well, join the conversation.
Okay, now that I'm in the queue, I'll talk. I just wanted to call and say, you know, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Awesome job with your company. She just did an event with me last week, and I will say all of her food, all of her drinks is just very delicious. She's very professional, and I know her from high school, so we go way back.
So she was making good iced tea back then, too? Get out of class.
I know her.
Go over her house. Girl, I got a good iced tea at home.
She does a great job, and she has excellent service. So I just wanted to call in and listen, and now that I'm in the queue, I will say congratulations.
Thank you
Congratulations,
so much.
Karneisha, and unsolicited testimonial.
Thanks. You know what? Kennedy just wrote a book, Two Wrongs Don't Make a Right, It Makes Us Even. And so she reached out to me on Facebook. She's doing her book signing and new author. And I'm like, I'm bringing lemonade. And that's just, you know, as a new business owner, that's what you do. Yeah. You know, and it's not always about plugging your product. It's just about supporting people. And then it's just mutual. It's symbiotic. You know, who knows, you know, what could happen out of that relationship. I was so glad to reconnect with her. But it's just, you know, any way I can support anybody, whether it's somebody call me for their pastor's anniversary. Can you bring some? I'm bringing a lemonade. It's going to be 200 people there. I'm bringing lemonade.
Excellent.
Yes. She was very generous with the product, and it was very delicious. I must say that, and I was glad that I had just a little left over to hold me over for another week.
Lucky you. I can't wait to get myself a nice tall glass of that. Well, we want to thank you for calling in.
Well, thank you, and thanks again, Karneisha. I appreciate everything.
Thank you. You're
You
welcome.
be sure to stay tuned
Anytime.
and spread the word too, okay?
All right.
Thank
and
you.
As always, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you. So, an unsolicited testimonial. Check you out, man. I want to get back to Mykisha Thomas. Now, are you and Karneisha know each other?
We've never met.
No.
We
Amazing.
attended an event. We missed each other.
Yeah.
But I think we kind of float around the same network within the Vendors Gala.
Yeah.
So we know a lot of the same people.
Mhm.
I love
Exactly.
networking. It's addictive, isn't it?
Yeah. Any chance you get out and meet people, other business owners, all of those things are just great, and they
Keeps your
really
spirit up,
help.
too.
It does. It really does. When you hear other people's stories of entrepreneurship, it really does.
All right. Now, a lot of people are into catering, call themselves cooks. Now, just like looking at Karneisha, even though it's Pucker Up Lemonade, she just looked like she makes a killer iced tea. I just know she does. But I want some of that watermelon lemonade you got going on tonight. You, though, look like you would be great at comfort food and soul food based catering, because sometimes these caterers just put a little too much on it, trying to be so exotic with the breads and the dried this and the plantain that and
Foie gras.
right. I hate when that happens. But what type of catering do you do? I mean, what type of food do you specialize in?
What kind of food do I specialize in? I like to say my food is soul food with a modern twist.
Nice.
It's not that heavy soul food that we're used to eating or that we grew up eating.
Mm-hmm.
If I serve chicken, it's never fried.
Baked?
It's either baked or pan-seared.
Any in the car? No chicken in the car?
No chicken in the car.
All right, go ahead.
But I do like to keep it funky. It's not traditional food that you'd see. Like I like to do these little cucumber cups with different flavored salsas, like mango salsa or strawberry
Cucumber
salsa.
cup.
Yeah, and I love the thing that I really love about cooking, especially serving food and kind of being out with the food, is just getting creative with the way that you put something together, the way that you present something and place it before someone. So I'm always trying to in the kitchen, like just playing around, kind of playing with my food, like playing around
allows
with
you
it.
obviously to explore your creativity as well,
It
both
really
in the
does.
kitchen and then in the presentation side.
Exactly. It
Right.
really does. And people always say that you eat with your eyes first. So I'm always just trying to figure out, what looks appetizing or what looks fun or what looks quirky. Because, when you grow up eating in the house, you get a plate and it's like your meat is here, your vegetables here, and your starch is here. So you just have to be a little bit more creative with, how people see the food and how they experience the food. Because it's not just about eating. I don't think it's not just about eating. I think food is such an experience, and when I cater an event, like I really want people to have an experience with the food that I present to them.
Excellent work. When you talk about creativity and a cucumber cup, the first thing came to mind was a little news article I'd seen on TV where this restaurant was serving bacon flavored vodka in meatball cups
Oh wow!
with cheese stick as a Swizzler.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, literally, it was a cup. It was a meatball.
Yeah.
It made into a cup with bacon vodka, and again a cheese stick as a Swizzler. That blew my
It
mind.
sounds nasty, but it
Yeah,
in
no,
a
yeah.
way
Yeah.
it's
But
sound
it covers
like,
all the
yeah,
food
flavor,
groups,
yeah.
though. That's what I
Yeah.
was intrigued
It
about.
does.
Yeah.
But give out some information on how folks can get in touch with you.
You can get in touch with me now on our website, www.artisticendeavorsla.com. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, all at Artistic Endeavors LA. And with the website, it's been I'm really excited about it because it really gives us an opportunity to really showcase our services. Not only do we do event catering, where we come out and set up and or have waiters pass food. I also host dinner parties, which is like something I really love. I have a space in my actual home that I do it in sometimes, or I can come out to your office or your home to do it. For the holidays, we're offering a banquet special, our holiday buffet special, instead of everybody bringing in some random macaroni and cheese
and spaghetti and chicken.
Just give us a call and we'll put together a buffet for the number of people in your business, according to their taste and distaste. I mean, not their distaste, but just based on what it is they would really want. I also do this fun thing where I go out to different bars and serve bar food at different bars. Just if you call me, I'll come. Really, really like that. And I have to plug an event that I'm going to be doing
by all means.
On Sundays. Every Sunday, you can find me at Billy's Cafe for an event called No Chaser. It's a jazz night. We have live jazz and DJs that spin jazz vinyl in downtown LA.
That sounds excellent.
Yeah. So, check me out
you're
at No
serving
Chaser.
bar food. Now, from where I come from, bar food is a big old frying vat of chicken wings sitting in the corner of your local Bucket of Blood tavern. So nothing like that, I guess.
Bar food elevated.
All
Yes.
right, there we go. That's what I wanted you to bring out. All right, you're not going anywhere yet, right?
No.
We're about to pour some drinks, get real drunk off this lemonade coming up next. Be
Puffed
sure to
up.
stay tuned for
We're
that.
gonna get puffed up.
I love it.
Puffed up. Puffed up. I like that even better. Puffed up. All right, so thank you very much. Don't go anywhere. We want you to hang around because we're about to go into the roundtable session as we wrap out the show. I want you all to think of something motivational to share with people out there because, again, I think you both speak from, as all of the ladies do tonight, very compelling stories about how you wound up in business doing your own thing. Again, the ladies doing it for themselves in the new millennium. I applaud you all. Everybody, stay tuned. We're going to hear some very compelling stories. And before we wrap out, we want to talk more about 10 torn layers of silk. If you're not registered to vote, all of those out there in Los Angeles, throughout California, it ain't over.
12 midnight.
Man, so get your
register.
assets out there and register to vote. This is one of the, if not the most important election. If you thought the 08 joint was heavy, the 09 is going to be even heavier. So be sure, get online. I'm registered, but I wanted to make sure. So I went online. It's so easy. Just, type in a few key pieces of information. And yes, it's safe. Don't nobody want your little bad credit. So go ahead and don't put all that aside. Get online with the government and get yourself registered to vote. It's very, very important. And if you're tuned into the tonight's debate, call us and let us know what's going on. We're going to be opening up the phone lines right after the break. Stay tuned. The New Entrepreneurs Weekly Summit will be right back. Hey, this is Richard Karr, General Manager for LA Talk Live and host of the New Entrepreneurs Weekly Summit. I wanted to take a moment out to welcome one of my newest sponsors, and that is Scentsational Soaps. Scentsational Soaps are handmade with all natural ingredients, with absolutely no preservatives, no harsh chemicals, and of course, no animal testing. Your body will look and feel silky, smooth, moisturized, and completely revived. Do you suffer from dry, ashy skin? Then layer your skin with their luxurious blend of oils and shea butters specially formulated to revive dry, dull skin. Scentsational Soaps also offers a full line of bath and body products, including luxurious bath salts and body scrubs, massage oils and lip balms, even romantic gift sets and custom gift baskets for your lover or significant other. For more information or to place an order, visit them at www.scentsationalsoaps.biz. That's www.scentsationalsoaps.biz. Scentsational Soaps. Pamper yourself and indulge your senses. Scentsationalsoaps.biz. Proud sponsors of LA Talk Live and the New Entrepreneurs Weekly Summit.
Journey Sisters is an organization that captivates women from all walks of life. Our membership includes 44 women that are constantly growing in the areas of personal development and community involvement. Monthly, we offer free leadership classes at McKay's Restaurant. Journey aims to inform women in the areas of heart disease and HIV and AIDS. Experience the journey now by logging into www.journeymosaicinc.com. Toll free 888-906-5519. Journey with no excuses.
Hello, this is Adalia, certified hypnotherapist and your solutions coach, with the answers for you to grow your business and grow yourself and live the life you truly want to live. Today I'm coming at you with an affirmation that's going to help you to stay focused and not be distracted by nonsense and frivolities. I hope this will inspire you to stay focused for your goals and take action. And the affirmation is, today I refuse to be distracted by nonsense. This is Adalia with your affirmation, sponsored by LA Talk Live. And be sure to tune in every day for your daily dose of affirmation. Affirmations are the antioxidants of your mind. They will pick you up when you're down. They will move you forward when you're stuck. You can have them for breakfast, lunch, dinner, appetizers, even a snack, and you will never gain a pound. Awesome. Reality radio, handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live. We're more than just talk.
Struggling for such a long time, working here and there just to get by. It's finally time for me to get mine. Oh boy, robbing peers so we can pay for a corner mama's house to make a phone call. But no, we don't have to struggle at all. Cause now every day is feeling like Friday. I'm getting paid and doing it my way. We're finally on our way. Baby, now it's time to celebrate. Oh,
Pucker up, we can go crazy. Pucker up, you and me, baby. Pucker up, pucker up. Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. We're here having a great time, enjoying some of this incredible lemonade. I feel like I'm drinking a raw piece of fruit. I feel like I'm drinking but eating fruit. It's so fresh. And it got me puckering a little bit too. I got to say, it's got a little pucker on the back end.
Can I see your pucker face?
Something like that. You gotta catch it spontaneous. Oh, here you go.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
A little bit more than a pucker. Ladies and gentlemen, again, welcome back to the show. Karneisha Christian, CEO, founder of Pucker Up Lemonade Company. Amazing.
Thank
this
you.
is unlike anything else that I've had. It's way beyond what one would expect for lemonade. And almost, wow, see, it still got me puckering, man. It's almost as if you didn't tell them it was lemonade, you could just tell them it was your own unique concoction of fruits and beverages and twigs and stuff like that. Excellent flavor to it, man. It's so robust, though. Because, you know, sometimes lemonade can be a little, well, sour, of course, but a little thinned out or maybe overwhelmingly tart. This is just the perfect balance. Any agave or honey in here? What do you use to sweeten it with?
This is sweetened with cane sugar, but we do have an agave sweetened product. So any of our lemonades or iced teas can be sweetened with agave. We're doing some experimentation with stevia right now, but we wanted to have something for the people that struggle with their blood sugars, something that's lower glycemic, something that may be healthier. But most of our beverages are sweetened with the sugar, and we do agave too.
Well, my sister, a round of applause and cheers to you.
Thank you.
And to all of the ladies of the radio boardroom. Wow. Now we need is just a little bit of hint of vodka in that, boy. Then I'd say bottle it. I'm joking, of course. Pucker Up Lemonade Company. How do you distribute?
Currently, we do our beverage catering, where we come out to events and community. We're also at Sal's Gumbo Shack in Long Beach at 6148 Long Beach Boulevard in Long Beach.
How's it doing out there for you?
It's going wonderful.
Is that a restaurant?
It's a restaurant. They have been in business since May. They're doing great. We've been able to send a lot of our customers over there, pump up their business, and it's just been symbiotic. It's been a great networking opportunity, and they've been ordering about 15 to 20 gallons a week.
Amazing.
They're doing great. I mean, it's a great product to have in any restaurant, cafe,
really
any
is.
type of venue.
Cleans the palate well, too.
Yeah, and they're doing good. So shouts out to Sally Bivens of Sal's Gumbo Shack.
We literally shameless plug. Why not?
We had an event that day. We had a baby shower in Cerritos. I live in the harbor area. We didn't want to drive all the way back home. We're like, hey, let's stop by. I've been checking out this restaurant. I go to Arco, across the street from it all the time. Let's go check it out. And we went in there and we're like, we're enjoying our gumbo and our Sunday, soul food Sunday plate. And we're like, we have a beverage company. And she's like, really? Because I'm peeping out the Lipton over there and the Minute Maid lemonade. And I'm like, knock it off. Come on now. and this is what we do. Anytime we're looking to establish a new connection, we give. And like I said, it's been so instrumental for our business. And
building block of success.
Absolutely. And we took in 5 gallons. And as soon as I took it in, she purchased 5.
Wow.
And then it was just like that first week, So
how do we get you into more places like that? That's the question.
Yeah, that's
for us, it's the business has really taken off. It's been almost overwhelming. I want us everywhere. Anytime I see an opportunity to get us somewhere, any local, because I want to start on the local level to establish ourselves within the community. That's important to me. So we have our eyes set on some new ventures with some restaurants in the area, and you will be seeing us around.
Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Good. You had something else you wanted to...
No, you will be seeing us around. I was just thinking of you. You're at Anointed Diva Boutique now. And I'm like,
and she has a cafe.
And she has a cafe. And it's just like Epiphany.
Long Beach.
And I'm like, great. And
Dory. Remember Dory who was here?
Yeah, so I'm going to reach out to Dory.
And she outside with some chicken? No. All this talk about food has got me hungry clear up to Thanksgiving. I'm going to be hungry that long, even when I eat. Man, y'all got me really starving today. But this lemonade is really, really amazing.
And you know what? With the weather changing now, lemonade is great any time of year. I mean, in our household, this is our beverage of choice. I purchased a beverage last week from the store, and I felt kind of funny, like, why are you bringing this up in here? But so we're diversing now. We're bringing in like our hot apple cider.
I like that idea.
We're gonna do a lemon tea. Just basically anything beverage related.
She didn't mention also she does popsicles.
Yes.
Beautiful popsicles with flowers in them.
Really?
Yeah, summertime.
Yes, edible flowers. Hibiscus.
Yeah.
Hibiscus that we pick ourselves.
Yeah.
From the backyard or the front yard?
They're on the side of the house. Okay. So yes, we do popsicles. We do it all. If you want us to make you some
strawberry popsicles,
whatever the case may be,
strawberry popsicles, whatever
lemonade popsicles,
like, we're gonna make it.
In the coming summer of 2013, when we grow a little more and do an event, I would love to have you come with some microphone shaped popsicles.
Oh,
That
okay.
is super fly.
We can
Wouldn't
do
it?
that.
I bet. Because you remember the sister with the candy. Her name escapes me right now.
Erica Fleming.
I got to link you up with Cassandra Darden because she's a host of a special program we do like once a month called Kids Talk Live.
Great.
And it's for kids, about kids, by kids. So the kids come in and they perform. They were here yesterday. It was the funniest thing. All dressed in Halloween costumes, and they did this Charlie Brown kind of Halloween thing. They'll be back in November, just before Thanksgiving, and then back in December, just before Christmas. I implore you to come out. It is the most wonderful thing you ever want to see, and these kids pour their heart out. In fact, when I saw the young people come into the studio today, I was going to say, I wish we'd have had them around here yesterday because it was a lot of fun to watch. But Cassandra, having met the candy lady,
Erica Fleming,
ordered up exactly that, a bunch of little microphones made out of chocolate, and gave them out to all the parents and kids who go to these special shows that she does. So I got to link y'all up.
And speaking of children, kudos to you. I love how you bring your daughter in the boutique and just, we're just like raising little entrepreneurs now.
Yeah.
Our kids, they get their hands dirty. We show them the insides out of this business, and they love it. They love earning. I love being able to pay those kids. Like, you know what? Job well done, you guys. I mean, these kids, they slang lemonade. They work. They get their
I got
hands.
that gallon, homie. Got that 16 ounce up in this piece, man.
That's very true.
Friggin'
Whenever we go out to do open air events or festivals, I always bring my son and my cousins, and they're a tremendous help.
Yeah, they are.
They are a tremendous help.
Yes.
Karneisha, you mentioned this early on about how I believe it was your parents who were entrepreneur minded.
Absolutely.
Took me back to the days and time along with my parents who, while they were, gainfully employed throughout their life, my mother as a domestic worker, the movie The Help was one I really didn't want to watch because she actually lived that experience. But my father as a stationary engineer, and but they always had a little something on the side. Like I spoke about Miss Gladys in the neighborhood selling platters to raise a little extra money. I even mentioned this a few times on this show early on. This is probably last year, and I've asked this question, I think, later this year. Where did our entrepreneurial spirit go? I've talked about how my mother and father, my father from Louisiana, my mama from North Kakalaka, North Carolina, left their homes, their roots, their family, everything they knew and were familiar with to come north. And it wasn't like, because they were, this is many years ago. It wasn't like they had a job already lined up to come north. They just got up and with industry and initiative started new lives. I mean, that alone. Now, you can barely get a joker to move from New York to L.A. I have to tell people, you do not need a passport, You can just really kind of get on a train or a plane or a bus and get here. People are scared to move from one city to the next, from across town, out of their neighborhood. But our parents weren't like that. They my parents especially, and I'm sure yours, and many of our parents had a little bit more fearlessness about them in starting new things. Now, the reason I bring that up is for this reason. That same spirit is what propelled them into some form, be it major or minor, of entrepreneurship.
That's right.
Because they wanted to make ends meet, and by whatever means they could, legitimately keep a little extra money rolling in. So, and then there came this era in time when, everybody, all of our people, it was all about going to college and getting an education. You know what I mean? And forget about your career as an entrepreneur and stuff like that. And it's so sad because we've lost that spirit up until recently.
Yep.
Right now, you talk about how your parents were entrepreneur minded as well, and they always had this other, this thing going on. Now your children are involved. Your children are involved. Your children, any children?
My son.
Your son is involved. Other young people from your family, but there is a statistic that directly correlates with success as an entrepreneur and your parents having had some entrepreneur experience. Meaning that if you come from two people, or one at least, who had their own business, the influence that has on you as a child makes you look at life differently. Makes you, I think, more self-sufficient in the end. Like the likelihood that not all of your children are going to do exactly what you do or catch on and get the message, but it's very likely that they will be the type of individuals, especially in this new era, millennium, whatever we live in, who aren't going to be like, well, man, I can't find a job, so I'm just going to hang out in the hood all day. No, go make some lemonade. You feel me?
Right. Yeah.
Can we get back to this thing about lemonade and how you got started, more or less? Did life give you a basket of lemons?
You know, speaking of the parents and the grandparents, my grandmother was a sharecropper. She came from Mississippi with her kids in tow on the train to Los Angeles because she thought money literally grew on trees. And it was just that hope. And, you know, me not coming from that era, but wow, you know, at that age, in 19 some or other, you were still sharecropping and raising your family in this system of doing things, but still had the initiative to say, you know what, I'm cashing out.
The guts. Because in that era of sharecropping, and of course, sharecropping going back that far, no TVs. You know, barely a radio, perhaps we could sit by it, but there was no outer world. Your world was a bubble, one small little place where you lived in one small little town. So for someone to have that much moxie, courage, fearlessness, to say, I don't care what's out there, like you said, I'm cashing in and I'm going somewhere else to make a new life for myself and my family.
Right.
Where that spirit died in us, I don't know, but it's coming back now.
My mother, she had two businesses. Well, I remember she was the Mary Kay lady. She had a lunch catering business called Let's Do Lunch.
Oh, I like that.
We were local. I grew up in Compton. We were local. We serviced all the local salons, City Hall.
She outside, she getting chicken in the car.
And and then later she had a gift basket business, all about baskets. My father, he was a jack of all trades. Carl's Tree Service. He was a plumber, contractor, carpenter, you know, so I always saw that.
Sound like Jesus.
You know, I always saw that, you know, we have natural God-given talents that we can use and we can service. And, you know, I always, you know, knew my family to be of service to other people, you know. So with Pucker Up Lemonade, I think the epiphany, the light bulb moment was when I saw people supporting my passion and my vision.
That's right.
And, you know, to know you have somebody like right there and patting you on the back and encouraging you, it meant and that's when I was like, okay, we have something here and we have people behind us and we can do this.
That's right.
And Pucker Up was born without a name. I went to register the business.
And then
the business name was taken. And I had to think, I'm right there at the kiosk trying to register this business in Norwalk, and I'm like, Pucker Up Lemonade Company. And then she was born, and
it just rolled.
Wow.
Amazing. Now,
I was gonna ask about the packaging. When you do it, are you doing it as a food service product, or are you gonna start packaging it and selling as individual 8 to 10 ounce?
You know, that's the goal, to be right there next to Calypso and Snapple.
Okay.
And you will see us there, and you're gonna say, "There's Pucker Up."
Okay.
So now we're doing the gallons. We're packaging in gallon bottles with the label.
Okay.
And then soon to come, we're going to bottle.
Okay.
And I think that marriage is going to come with a local bottler that's already doing, you know, because when you think about the big picture, sometimes it can be very daunting. And so you have to be very creative as a new business owner, how you're going to make your dreams come to fruition.
And you want to look at companies like Haramblos. That's a good company for you to look at as an independent beverage company.
Great.
Yes.
And just doing small. I would definitely look into getting some unique packaging. Nothing that's expensive. Right now, a lot of people are very. I work in the grocery industry.
Great.
So a lot of people are very big on no GMO right now, and the supports, you know, Prop 37 and all that good stuff, and also things that are not only natural, but things that are really true. No ingredients, no this, no that, no that. True natural products.
And clean.
So it's clean products. So it's a great opportunity right now in the market because you do have a lot of the conventional grocery stores that are transitioning. So you definitely want to look at more independents. There's a lot of independents that are in Long Beach and stores. So when you get your stuff packaged and you're really
Holla at
ready,
your girl.
then holler at me, because I have 138 grocery stores that I am the territory manager for. So, yeah, but you definitely have to have it together, because
Yeah, man.
And speaking of, yes, Makresha, I do have my UPC code.
good job.
Yay! She is on me, ladies, okay? She's always on me, down my throat, crying.
That's why we call her
fight.
Madam Secretary.
Yes, yes.
Congratulations.
Yes,
That's
so
awesome.
I do have them, and I've been holding it out for a long time until you just said that. I told
Awesome.
Tasha too, but I have them.
So now you want to look at some, I got some,
Yeah, she gonna put me to work. So if you see me crying, I come in here. You know
I
why?
wanted to come back to in the last few minutes we have left, because I want you all to give out the information about your companies again. Didn't quite get to the answer I wanted to, and maybe there is no answer other than what you shared with us about. Was there an incident in your life that propelled you to this? Because I think I heard you mention earlier you're in the medical profession.
Yeah, I'm a nurse, and with the economy, yes, I am. And with the economy, what I saw was from overemployment, lots of overtime.
Right, because you're recession-proof virtually, aren't you?
I thought so.
Okay.
Until seeing, overtime slashed,
Wow.
a lot of underemployment, trying to get 40 hours from going to 60, 80 hours, virtually.
Wow.
But it's really what I asked for and what I wanted, because I was trying to come out of the sequence where I'm working a lot of hours. I wanted to be able to put the hours back into my family. So it's a blessing in disguise.
It truly is, my sister. And you've got a delicious product here. I have a friend who, when we first met, I may have told this story before, so Makresha and Toshanta, you might have heard this one. I met him at a job that I had, resigned from, and we had 30. I gave the owner of the company 30 days to train someone to replace me, because I'm that bad. It would take that long. But in walks this brother, and we get to talking, and he's telling me about that he and his wife make a drink out of their home, and they were trying to get it into different stores and stuff like that. And I remember saying to him what I've said very often as my motto on this show, and that is, dude, think about it. Anything you do 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, you'll eventually get the hang of it, and you can eventually master. It's very simple. Means that if you really dedicated 8 hours a day, get up like you got to go to work. Really, you need more if you got your own business. Well, you should want to put in more if you like what you're doing. But get up, go to work just like you're working for somebody else. Put in a solid day's work just like you're working for somebody else. Don't go home after lunch, just like you don't do when you're working for somebody else. And do it 5 days a week like you're working for somebody else. You'll eventually get the hang of it. Well, he took that to heart and probably stayed at that job a couple of months, quit. And before I knew it, and I know this by hanging out with him at times when I'd have a day off, like, what you doing, man? I just want to come hang with you. Oh, man, I got to make these deliveries. And we would ride all around the city from, I want to say Super Fresh. That's not the name of it. Erewhon. What's the other one
Fresh
out
and
here?
Easy?
No, not that one.
Fresco.
No, it's another big place. Erewhon. It's
Bristol Farms.
Bristol Farms. Whole Foods is the other one I'm thinking of. He was in all of these places. Now, Mykisha said something I did not miss, and that is, be careful. I always like to say the hardest thing to prepare for is success sometimes. And the reason I mention that is because he began to be overwhelmed by all the demand.
Right.
When they start shipping really ordering his product, 50 boxes, several pallets.
That's what happened.
Before you knew it, he was like, oh my God. But they're very successful now. The name of the drink is Gorilla Life, and they're everywhere. They even started shipping their stuff out to Hawaii.
Yep.
Wow.
But you've got a really, really great product. One of the advantages you have with this, aside from taste, flavor, originality, now that I'm a beverage expert, I defer to Madam Secretary for that, Makresha. But his was a green drink. And it blew me away because, I would drink it in a minute. And it tastes great. He had agave sweetness and all that stuff in it. But people, when he would do in-store samplings, people were like, oh, it's green. I don't know if I like green. I'm like, and it was made of plant chlorophyll. So it was very good and natural for you. But he had hit a few walls with some resistance to that. But eventually, once people got past that, he was in every major, he still is probably, health food store throughout
He is.
Los Angeles.
Not as much as he was, but yeah.
Right. You know Gorilla Life,
yeah.
do you?
I mean, I did. I used to sell them when I was at USC.
Do you know the owners?
I met them.
Oh wow.
I met them, yeah, at a food presentation.
Right,
So,
right,
yeah,
right. Kyle, I forget his girl's name.
And what you're saying is true. I went to a food show today in Brea. And while I was there,
Bringing
we
chicken back with
were
you?
talking
Any chicken in the car?
no, but I got a gang of stuff in my trunk of my car. But no, seriously, and that's what we were talking about, branding and making sure you have the right packaging. And there's a company called Mix that sells like nutritional beverages, and they were trying to compete with other drinks like Ensure, and they left and went out of business, and now they're back. They had to revitalize their whole brand, and I mean, it's just bananas how they're doing, and they've only been back for like 6 months now. But that's what happened. You get in the market, you have a great product, you have a good item, like my friend with Muscle Milk, and he started off with Muscle Milk, and Muscle Milk is yes.
Oh, they're everywhere.
Oh my God.
See the future, my sister?
Yeah.
I love it.
Isn't it
I love
bright
it.
and beautiful?
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's
So
beautiful.
Yeah. So I mean, definitely have a good product. You want to be able to share. There is works. I'm on a board of a steering board committee to open up a co-op style grocery store inside of Leimert Park.
Congrats.
So
much needed in that area.
There's an opportunity, just like the co-op store in Santa Monica. There's an opportunity for us to have that type of store in our area, so that you can bring local companies such as yourself in to be able to sell your product. So you definitely want to go do packaging, because in the food service world, you probably only get 11 cents an ounce. So that's not anything compared to what you could be.
Ladies, real quick, let's swing right now to Mykisha Thomas, founder, CEO of Artistic Endeavors, artisticendeavorsla.com. Contact information if that's not enough that I've already done. And there's so much more to say. Go ahead. Tell them how to get in touch with you.
The website, obviously, Tumblr, Facebook, and Twitter.
And that website is?
And the website is www.artisticendeavorsla.com.
Nice.
All of our services are listed. There are beautiful pictures of the food on the website. And I have to thank Janae Holmes for taking the beautiful pictures that are on the website, and also thank Cordell Ross of Illadelph Soul for the logo.
Illadelph Soul?
Yes.
Is he from Philly?
He's from Philly.
Tell him to holler at me. I'm from Philly as well.
Will do.
I might even know him. Karneisha Christian, Pucker Up. Pucker Up. You better get with John Legend and have him do a remake of that song for you, girl. That'll take you over the top. Pucker Up Lemonade Company. How can people avail themselves of your delicious drink?
You can reach us at 562-507-8177.
Say it again.
562-507-8177. puckeruplemonadeco@gmail.com. And check out our Facebook page, and you'll get more of an idea of our beverage catering and our displays. You can inbox us or just check us out at Facebook/Pucker Up Lemonade Company.
I want to thank both of you ladies. You did an incredible job tonight.
Thank
A little nervous at first? Not anymore now, right? It was a lot of fun, right? You have some fun tonight?
I'm on radio now.
You have a third career now. In fact, maybe just two. You're giving up nursing. I want to be on radio, making people pucker.
Yes.
All right. Toshanta, what do you got coming up next? Tell them about it. Yeah, I know you don't have a date set just yet.
No, but rapping party with soaps give back to She Care Foundation.
And I'll be there rapping myself. No. As my alter ego, MC Two Glocks. Anyway. And Makresha McFashion. Big weekend for you at the Hudson Theater. 10 Torn Layers of Silk. The play finally hits the streets.
That's right. It's going to be on Saturday at 7:30 at the Hudson Theater, and on Sunday at 3 o'clock at the Hudson Theater.
Congratulations to you for selling out. Look at you. Big time.
Yeah.
I was teasing her earlier in the show about how, we had a little clinic going on a couple of weeks ago. She felt a little discouraged, but look how things turned out.
That's right.
God is great all the time. No doubt, no doubt. Ladies, thank you all so much.
Thank you.
And especially to you, Toshanta, for bringing these great guests in tonight.
Thank you.
You knew you were going to do a good show tonight. She said, please do not cancel. I got to have these ladies in. I'm like, it's a dunner, Madam First Lady. What else would I say? She is the First Lady. Thank all of our listeners for listening out there. We saw some phone calls coming through, but the dialogue was just too great to allow you rookies out there in listener land to get on the air with us. I'm joking. Please be sure to tune in next week, 5 p.m. Pacific time, when we'll have a whole new lineup of guests and some returning champions. You've been intelligently tuned to the New Entrepreneurs Weekly Summit. In the meantime, one of my favorite sayings, keep doing what you're doing. Keep getting what you got. If you like what you're getting, keep doing it a lot. I'll leave you with that and see you next week. Have a great week, everybody.
Thank you.
We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.